Hello, welcome to Getting Out There, a program about discovering the great outdoors resources in eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania. My name is Steve, and I'll be the host of the show. This first program is about someplace that I visited last weekend, Little Beaver Creek in eastern Ohio. The section of creek we're talking about is in Beaver Creek State Park and is a nice Class 1 paddle trip. But we're just talking about one specific part of this trip, the little surf wave called Piano. Being that this is Ohio, there aren't many waves in our area for beginning or intermediate kayakers to learn to surf on. So knowing about this one wave can be very helpful for somebody just learning how to surf. And while it is a good fun place for beginners or intermediates, this is not some place that would be good enough to attract the attention of any expert or advanced kayakers. Now, Getting Out There is here to show you where these interesting places are and what you need to know to be able to plan a trip there. We're not going to be teaching different mountain biking, kayaking, or whatever skills, but basically surfing a kayak is pretty easy. You point the nose upstream and use your paddle to keep it that way. If you need to learn more about surfing kayak, check on YouTube and I'm sure you'll find something there that'll help you. You can tell when the creek has enough water to paddle or surf by checking online for the USGS Real TIme stream flow gauge for Little Beaver Creek near East Liverpool, Ohio. This page updates every 15 minutes with the latest flow rate and stage so you can tell whether it's worth trying to get a little surf in. We'll be talking about what gauge levels you'll want in just a little bit. Beaver Creek State Park is located in eastern Ohio, about 7 miles north of the city of East Liverpool and just a few miles west of the Pennsylvania state line. To get on Piano as a park and play, the access point is the State Park group camping area at Gretchen's Lock, also known as Sprucevale, which is on Sprucevale Road. When you get there, pull in the entrance drive and follow it back all the way, past the restrooms to the parking lot in the back. In the winter months, the gates at the drives are locked, so you have to park roadside at the wide spot between the entry and exit drives. If that spot is full, you can park roadside on the far side of the bridge over the creek. Once you get parked, you'll have to carry your boat upstream a little ways. The trail is at the end of the parking lot and runs along the creek. You'll follow the trail till the creek curves to the left, with the trail following it. From there you'll be able to look upstream and see an island. The wave is in the left channel looking upstream. Keep on carrying upstream, past where the horse trail branches off, till you get a little past the upstream end of the island. Here you can easily cut down the 20 feet to the creek edge and launch your boat. The carry-in from the parking area is about 4/10 of a mile. If the gates are locked and you have to carry in from the road, that adds 3/10 of a mile. One of the things that makes Piano such a good wave for learning to surf is the easy eddy surface. After a ride on the wave, it's very easy to cut towards the bank and make your way back upstream to the shoulder of the wave and give it another try. The wave is actually pretty shallow, with a sloping rock ledge about a foot below the surface. The half of the wave that's closest to the bank is an easier, less bouncy surf, while the part of the wave closer to the center of the channel can get a bit more pushy and unpredictable. The wave is surfable from about 700 CFS to around 1300 CFS on the USGS gauge at East Liverpool that I mentioned earlier. You might be able to barely get on the wave with less water, but at the lower flows the wave gets really shallow and you might find the bow of your boat repeatedly banging off the bedrock below. As the water level gets higher, the water over the bedrock gets deeper, the wave gets wider, and the center line gets bouncier. Once the water level starts to get up around 1300 CFS, the sweet spot for surfing is starting to go away. Getting on the wave from the eddy becomes much more difficult and the wave gets less retentive, so it's easy to get washed off and pushed downstream. So that's what you need to know to get out there and get in some Ohio surf on Little Beaver Creek. Not only is it one of the better waves in our area for beginning level paddlers, but it's located in a beautiful setting with rich history and abundant wildlife. Just a great spot to enjoy when you have time to get outdoors. Remember to be safe every time that you head out to paddle. That means always wear your PDF and wear a helmet every time you do whitewater. That means know what the temperature is and what kind of gear you need to be safe. That means know what the water level is and what to expect at that water level. For more information on Little Beaver Creek, you can go to American Whitewater's online National River Database. Or you can just wait a while, because getting out there is sure to do a program on this Ohio Paddling Classic somewhere down the road. Until next time, have a good time and get out there.